Hey, sweet souls, welcome back to Conscious Lifestyle Coaching. My name is Raileigh Easterling. Today's message is from Survive to Thrive. This message is for the Divine Feminine. If you're a man watching this, that's fine too. But I want to speak to especially the women who are on this journey with me, part of the spiritual community, the conscious community. And so I've been moving through my own journey, becoming married and becoming a mother now. So I'm reflecting on my journey up until this point, because this time of my life is so peaceful and so blessed. I feel so loved and taken care of. And this is not an energy, this is not a life that I've been used to, especially since the women that I modeled my life after are, pretty tough women, leading more with the masculine energy. So that's what I want to speak to, is the women who feel that they're fighting for their life, because before the miracles come, that's often where we have to live for a moment. And oftentimes the women who are at that stage, we have to kind of mask and parade ourselves to the world as being more tough than we are. Not saying that we're not strong, not empowered on our own, not independent, but more of masking our behavior, our attitudes about life. There's an incongruency of the woman who is very strong on the front, very vocal about desires, just headstrong, obviously very masculine in energy of you can't stop her. She's going to do what she wants. She's going to get it done for herself. And that's admirable. But what happens for the women who actually secretly want to manifest a life where they don't have to wear that tough exterior or be in that survival mode? They want to be more soft. We want to embrace luxury, for example, nice things in life. We want people to feel a sense of respect for us and that they want to keep us safe. They want to protect us. It's not on our shoulders to do all of that. And that's what becomes so tiring for the Divine Feminine who's single or trying to move through a storm in her life and she feels alone. So that's who I want to speak to, or especially the feminines who are in that space. And if you're watching, let me know who you are in the chat or comment later if you watch this later. I would love to hear from you, and I hope you're doing well. Peace and love to you. Thank you for listening and being on this journey with me. Hey, Vivian. Yes, finally getting it. Vivian's been a part of this, Vivian's an OG to the channel and has watched me grow. And even how I'm speaking in this video today is more relaxed. Often when I'm channeling, I'm very hyper, high energy. Ever since I was little, I was very tomboy, had brothers, and again, the feminines in my life were working 3 jobs, black belt, martial artists. I don't want to put everyone's stuff out there, but the women in my life really didn't teach me what it meant to pamper myself. But now I'm finding myself in that stage where, obviously my husband is the masculine part of me outside of myself, that he gets to help me feel safe and provided for. And this is new. But I'm recognizing this woman in me has been there the whole time. Yeah. Even the woman who pretended to be fine, that didn't need anyone. I dressed very masculine. I farmed for a long time. And towards the end, and up until I met my husband, That is when I started embodying my feminine, even though I was still in survival, even though I was literally fighting for my life, blood, sweat, tears, um, to escape situations that were holding me back from my divine purpose, that were exploiting me financially, spiritually, emotionally, that were exploiting me physically, abusing me physically. That comes for the woman who's single and unprotected by masculine forces, physical and energetic. Um, yes, it's very scary to live in the world in that way. So I want to honor that, even as I share content about my marriage and becoming a mother. No, I know what it's like to not know how you're going to eat, where you're going to sleep, um, to be used by the world, exploited. Thank you, Vivian. um, and right before I met my husband, that was when I was really in the lowest point in my life, where I was even contemplating suicide, beginning of the marriage, even still trying to heal that, because I felt so lost. Found out that time my birth father was on drugs, and wanting to lean into the male friendships I had, but being a young single woman, men don't really want to be your friend just to be your friend. There's always another intention behind it, and that's exhausting, especially for the woman, the single feminine out here, or wanting to have male mentors. I often fell into that space, trying to find a father in someone, and still that kind of breaking my heart over and over again, because uh, you know men who become father figures, they have their own lives, and you'll never be someone's daughter by blood. It just doesn't happen. So despite all that, and maybe one day I'll share more about what was happening the year before I met my husband, but I went back into farming, and despite what I was going through, what I had to heal from and survive, I still wanted to protect the woman inside of me who did want a partner, did want a husband, to become a mother. I had to let her live, even though a part of me wanted to put her away in the grave and say, you know what, let me embody this tough girl mask, because I can't let harm happen to me again. And I see a lot of women do that. And that's okay. If you want to be more masculine as a woman in this life, we can do that. But I'm speaking to the feminines who truly want you want a husband, or you want to live a life that is more soft, but you don't think you can have it. You don't trust it will come. So you completely bury that feminine nature of yourself, and you put her to sleep. And then what happens for women who do that, and I've been here, we start resenting God. We become more bitter in life. We become more angry. We resolve ourselves to being a man when we really want to be a feminine. And again, this is okay, and the energy can switch. I'm talking about energy. So despite being in survival, wanting to still allow the sacred feminine part of myself to live, even though the world at this time in my life was attacking her. And this happens for all of us. The divine feminine is always under attack, whether you're a man or a woman. The ability to express ourselves, the ability to feel safe and vulnerable, being our natural, authentic self, is always seemingly to be under the exposure of violence. So despite that, being on my own, reclaiming the sacred feminine within me, having a war in my mind inside, again, I was not contemplating, but seeing suicide as an option. How can I ever feel safe in the world? And I'm really glad I didn't give up. Because now, today, I had the most And many days with my husband have seemed so dreamy, truly a sanctuary on earth, feeling heaven on earth, feeling so loved and protected. And I'm glad I waited. And I'm glad I didn't let that sacred feminine within me die. So as I was farming, I was still wearing dresses out there, and it was a pretty popular community. And I remember this man asked me, "You don't look like a farmer. You dress too nice." And I could feel the judgments of, working a job that is so laborious. I'm cleaning animal shit all day, truly feeling like Cinderella out here, cleaning shit, cleaning out barns, rats and rattlesnakes, and in my hands and knees in the dirt all day, not showing people that part of me. Like, I can get down. Very tough. My father raised me very tough before he left my life at 15, officially. Trained in weapons. He would put me through these psychological tests. My father is messed up, but he was very abused as a child, and his father tortured him. So, my dad wanted me to be strong, and also, as a little punching bag. I forgive him. God forgive my father. But yeah, I didn't scream at everyone, "This is who I am. I'm a tough girl." Before I met my husband. So, allowing myself to wear jewelry and dress nice, and taking myself out to dinners, and just really treating myself. And people, especially this one person, this man asked me, like, "Are you who you say you are?" I'm like, "Yes, I can be both." I can be this badass woman, and I'm also a woman who wants to be nurtured. And I'm providing that for myself. And I'm really, really grateful I held on to her, because a part of me, again, wanted to let her die. Because a lot of people left me to die. So if you're a woman and you watch this, and you're desiring, you really want to manifest a good man in your life. And this is energy, okay? You want to manifest the divine masculine. You have to let him in. And if we parade ourselves in the world being too strong, not needing a man, we don't allow him space to give to us. We don't gift ourselves the opportunity to be in this space, to receive help. And the women, the feminines who are in survival, you cannot pretend that you don't need help and that you know what you're doing. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing, and that's okay. Sometimes we don't know where to go. We figure it out. The woman, how she survives, the divine feminine, is so intelligent, so wise. She doesn't really need to use her body to force things into happening. Her energy is not forceful. It's not dominant. It's more of, I'm good here. I'm good over there. You can love me. You don't have to love me. I'm still at peace. This is a woman who lives in grace for herself and others. So for the feminine who's in that journey, maybe you're feeling alone, going through storms. Heck, you can be married and still feel this way. Maybe it's not your divine partner. Learning to trust yourself and to shed the layers of the protection, shed the walls, let it go. Not exposing yourself to the world for anything just to happen. But your energy will say, I know what happens in the world, but I'm still standing here unafraid. And people will see that in your eyes. No fear. And that brings into question, especially if I was out and about and I'm dressed very feminine and soft, but I'm looking at people and I'm not afraid of them. That says a lot. Women who are very confident in themselves and speaking. Not letting things pass by. That is the woman's power. We see things. People cannot hide in front of us. We see straight through the soul. And if you call that out, that is your superpower. Because darkness, lies, manipulation, abuse can't live in the truth. And that's what masculines fear about women. They have to be entirely transparent upfront about their intentions. If we're trying to manifest the luxury, the love, the protection, don't go in acting like the man you want. Invite him in, let him live through you, but be at total peace with where you are right now, with what you have right now. And slowly walk this journey, allow it to unfold, of opportunities coming to you. Let the masculines court you. Let the protection come through so many friends and communities that you don't have to be invested romantically in. When we honor the divine masculine within ourselves, and we walk as the divine feminine in wholeness, we then see the world change around us to become more safe for us. If we truly believe and know we are guided by the Spirit, protected by the Spirit, again, that translates to the eyes, how you walk, how you speak. If we treat ourselves as a married woman to the divine before receiving that, that's how we manifest. So we don't put ourselves in situations. We're not going out. Be at home with ourselves here and now. And that's anti what the woman thinks she has to do. She thinks she has to go out and pursue. But if you want to embody the divine feminine energy, she doesn't pursue, she doesn't chase. Again, she attracts. She invites in, she allows, but she's already whole. She needs nothing. There's nothing you can really give her. She gives everything to herself. So Vivian, yeah. Just being honest. That's really the core message. Don't fake your energy. That you're stronger than you really feel. If you are afraid, if you truly don't feel safe, you don't feel loved. I'm not saying to tell the world this, but don't pretend to be the masculine force you don't want to be. And he will come in. He might come in through friends and jobs. And eventually the counterpart, if that's what you want. But don't push him away. Don't push the divine masculine away, saying you don't need him, because he's not here right now. He is here. He is you. And many women who are in survival, and again, I speak from knowing, we push them away, assuming they are bad or have bad intentions. We're too closed off. We don't try new opportunities because it feels safer not to. But then you never meet the divine masculine. Yes, being whole onto ourselves. So, had a beautiful day with my family and feeling so soft and nourished. But looking back of, man, I've only told my husband half the things I've survived and what I've experienced. I haven't gone into so much detail. And I don't want to lose her, like the fighter. Like we honor her as the feminine. We honor the survivor. She can come out when she needs to. I call mine, it's the tiger woman within me. When someone needs to know that they're playing with life or death, if they want to hurt me, they'll see that through my eyes. But I'm not going to go online and say, F men, all men are bad. I'm not going to dress like I'm ready to fight. I am ready to fight. There's been many situations. I've been out in public as a woman and a man has threatened me. And instead of fighting back, like verbally or becoming like that man, I stand there and I look at him. And I speak to him like a child, like a little boy. And in those moments, other men around come and get in between me and this person. Angels are everywhere. And the divine feminine knows that because she lives more in the spirit world. She knows her ancestors are right there. But if I pretended, again, to be the fearless person and I could fight and try to argue with that same energy that's attacking me, then again, I'm not allowing that divine masculine to come in and say, hey, I'm here to help. And it's really cool how that has happened. Being out in public, again, men wanting to attack me, other men stepping in, I don't know. Because I regard myself as holy, as a sanctuary, as someone worth protecting because I decided that within myself. So then we witness that in the world and how the world treats us. And I keep speaking to this because God put it on my heart this morning. Really because I'm online seeing friends I know want to be married, but still living in that tough masculine exterior. I know they're not. I know they're squishy inside. And we can be her. We can be her now. So when my husband saw me farming, I could do the things I needed to do when I had to. And I had the balance of also, I'm a woman. And I'm craving a masculine in my life to help me. Yes, I can do it on my own, but I don't have to. I don't want to. So that's the energy of shifting from survival to thriving. Still holding on to the sacred feminine within, even when I was under attack in every dimension possible. Seriously. I held on to her. I said, my soul is worthy of living a soft life. I'm worthy of feeling safe, receiving all the finances I need, healthy food, beautiful clothes. I can be her now. I don't have to be working a job where I feel like I can earn it. Like I said, I was farming in a dress sometimes. So thank you so much for listening. Just providing some compassionate, peaceful space for the feminine who's fighting for her life. I still fight for my life. My alchemy of it is the videos you see every day. I come on here and I speak to the soul. I raise my own vibration. I make sure I cleanse my energy to provide good energy for you. And that keeps me from spiraling back to the hurt girl. And she was very hurt. The little girl who doesn't want to be on earth anymore. She's still there, but I'm taking care of her. So don't let this world, no matter how violent it is, harden you, sweet feminine. Hello, hello. And Vivian, sending you back the good energy. Hope to hear from you and see you soon. We had a call a year apart, and to see your glow up is amazing too. So I know you're on this journey with me. I feel your energy. I know you probably feel much more amazing and free. May you continue to stay on that journey, Vivian. And hello, Tetrakai. All right. Thank you for listening. Some slower energy. And if you're a feminine who listened to this message, please trust. Please trust that you're loved, you're protected, you can live in your softness here and now. And if you're praying for your divine counterpart, he's here, he is you. So trust he's coming, trust he's right there. Live as if he's coming through the door any day now, any hour now, so it is safe for you to be in your feminine energy. To walk into rooms and feel that you are taken. You are married woman to God. And to the masculines who watch this, and appreciate my energy as a feminine. That's just expect that. In the feminine, you are praying for. She won't need you. She can do everything on her own. But when you come into her life, she'll finally surrender the fight and allow you to help her. And you have to be willing and ready to help and provide and share. Not because you see her as a victim or a weak vessel. You see her strength, but you are ready and willing to take that away from her, like truly. And a lot of men that I dated weren't ready for that. They were great men, great friends, but they weren't ready to provide for a woman, to care for a woman. So, peace and love to you. Hope to hear from you. If you are in your season of storms and struggle, don't walk it alone. I chose to never walk my journey alone. I may have been a single woman. I may have been alone out there in the world sometimes, but I was always speaking to a coach, having mentors, embracing community. So if you see that support, a trusting spirit in me, I'm here for you, and let's find out if I could support you. An email is all it takes sometimes. Ask the questions. We'll find out. And thank you to you, Vivian. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love to you. And may you bring the peace and balance into your life that you know you're worthy of, that is possible, and that you go ahead and live it right here, right now. All right. I'll see y'all again soon.